Yeah, you're probably tired of that repetitive finger-picking noodle and want to hear somebody shred these guitars, but it's just not really my thing these days. Um, so I just give you a clean sample, as any distorted sample is going to be all my pedals, amp, anyway. So that's the reason why I do mainly clean on these videos, just to give you some sound sample, although it's digitized and not going to come through accurately. But and then I usually follow it up with some sort of testimony about playing, working on the guitar. So this is another Grote. Now, didn't necessarily look for this guitar, but it dropped in my lap because it had some damage. You can't see it because it's perfect from the front. It had been bashed on the back and had some big gouges here, which I've simply just lacquer filled. You don't see it. It doesn't look as bad as it did. I touched up the paint and just filled, not all the way, but just to preserve the wood. So other than that, it's absolutely perfect. And it is one of these photo finish jobs, I'm fairly sure. Sort of a Thinline Tele with the pearloid pickguard. You know, kind of an attractive guitar actually, with the maple neck and fretboard. And there's the Grote headstock. I can't remember the exact model number of this, so I will put it in the description. This guitar sells for, I think, I don't know, 119, 139 or something like that. So it's not a high-end guitar. What do you get for so little money? How can you get a guitar that looks like this for such a small amount of money? It seems, you know, absurd in many ways. How can they make any profit if they're selling these for 120, 140 on Amazon with free shipping? We continually ask these questions. Well, it comes rough with very little QC. Maybe not all of them do, but this one did. The fret ends were very, very sharp, very protruding. I had to grind those and reshape the fret ends, which is something I do to varying levels on all of these budget guitars. Sometimes you have to re-groove nut slots. I had to re-groove the high E on this, and then I had to set the action lower just because it was too high. So about 45 minutes worth of work. Last thing, of course, is to reset the instonation, which is a hair out on a couple of strings. Not difficult. But now it's quite nice. Oh, I did buff out the frets as well because they were very, very grainy. Now I can move the strings a lot easier. So about 45 minutes. If it's something new to you, maybe an hour's work. And you got yourself a guitar that's, I don't know, it's as good as most 200, 250 guitars that I get and set up. The pickups aren't the greatest. They're fine for practice. They're fine for entry level. If you wanted to gig something like this, you probably want to put in your preferred pickups and maybe mess with the wiring. Other upgrades, maybe put on some better tuners. But really, for $120 odd, and probably similar in pounds, I'm not sure if they carry Grote on the UK Amazon or the Australian site. I don't see why they wouldn't, because they just import them, obviously, from China. I mean, you can't really complain. You can't complain about what you get for such a little amount of money. It's a very functional, moddable, certainly set-upable guitar. It's a little chunky in the neck, so it has sort of a vintage neck, a very pronounced C neck. Nice maple though on the neck. It has a separate maple fretboard, so it's not all one piece. Not too heavy either. I assume this is probably basswood with a photo finish. Got this pearloid pickguard on it, and of course the single F-hold, so Thinline style Tele-shaped guitar. And you know, really you can't complain. I've said that, I'll repeat it, you can't really complain. about this guitar, even the work that you have to do on it for the kind of money. And it's really quite smooth now. Anyway, yeah, before I just demonstrate how out of practice I am, I'll leave it there. I just wanted to show you this, just because the price is so good. There's the bolt-on shape there, nice contour away for easy access playing. The neck and headstock join there, the shape of the headstock, fairly typical. Not too Fenderish, so probably not getting in trouble. And again, that sort of photo flame finish. What are other words for that? Like a, I don't know. Photo flame is what I've always said. I'm not sure if it's a decal or if it's a photo finish. I'm not sure of the technicalities, but it doesn't look like the wood at all. It's definitely a treated, an affected finish. But from more than 5 feet away, no one's going to know or care. So there you go. Another guitar from Grote Thinline Tele. I'll put the model number in the description below the video. Simple fix, a couple of gouges, lacquer filled. But when you're playing it, when it's strapped on, it looks brand new. All right, folks. Another restored guitar. See you on the next one.